my beef real quick.
Oh shit, we have a beef?
My beef was from a couple weeks ago. You know, I talk to a lot of different people all the time. So I had a manufacturer that I'm friends with call me, and you know, we don't have to get into what their names are, but it's a company that manufactures like an all-in-one system. And so they asked me what I thought of this situation. Well, this guy received this like 100-gallon all-in-one tank, you know, that was shipped to him. And he, you know, in the shipping, some part of the stand got rubbed, not broken, not the tank or anything, but got rubbed and messed up on the stand. And then, but what they were asking me, what they thought my idea, you know, my thoughts about it was, because this guy went ahead and set up his whole tank and then called them to talk about like, what are we going to do about this stand? And then so this company was asking me, you know, how much I would charge to blah, blah, blah. You know, they wanted to get an idea of what to charge the guy. And it wasn't in my area of influence. It was somewhere far away. And it was like, you know, it's just a simple thing. I think most rational people wouldn't do that. But it's like, if you have a problem with your piece of equipment, don't put it in and going, you know, when it's, you just turned a $200 problem into a $2,000 problem. So now the guy is sort of bitching and moaning, and they're concerned that he's going to take to the internet and badmouth him because, you know, they were going to try to deal with this scuff on the stand, but, you know, now he's got to like break the tank down, you know, and why did he even do that?
Yeah. You know, it seems obvious to us, but I could totally see somebody going, oh, we'll just change out the stand, and not actually doing the mental math to realize, oh, that would be really hard. I could totally see that happening.
Not only that, but whatever you thought you were doing by hurrying up and getting your tank done, and now you have to take it down and take the stand off. Like it just, you know, so that beef might be sort of weird because it just boils down to someone who I think was just acting irrationally.
Well, what do you think they were acting irrationally, or just didn't have the experience to think it through?
It could have been that. I mean, for whatever reason, they were just hellbound to, you know, to get this thing set up, and then wait, the foundation of this thing has a problem. It's like, oh, okay, well, don't set it up right now and let the company.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of like what is it, Yelp and stuff like that. You know, I think early on maybe Yelp was a little more useful, but after a while it sort of turns into a forum where people, I swear there's like professional complainers. And it's like, you know, you don't just when you look at a product and it's got like some bad marks, you know, go in and read those bad marks to see what the people said. Because sometimes you read their little paragraph and you're like, well, you sound like an idiot. So, you know, that might help you, you know, go through, I'm not saying remarks, but
I don't know what the fuck.
Reviews on things. If something has just a couple bad reviews, go read the reviews, because it might be that the person did something really stupid.
It's interesting. When I was, Penn Jillette always says, don't ever read the comments. Don't ever read the reviews. Don't ever read the comments. And he's right in a way, because it's really hard not to see. There can be 2 negatives and 100 positives, and all you zero in on are the 2 negative ones. And then you spend a whole bunch of time.
And that's like what people tell you, like with this podcast, people like, you know, will always say like, oh, don't. And eventually we'll probably get big enough to where we like pull in more haters or whatever. But yeah, like, and I would say I'm mature enough and old enough. I mean, hell, I'm 47 years old. Like, I'm not going to get bent out of shape about a bad, you know, YouTube comment. It's my ego isn't that fragile. But so say some terrible stuff.
Mine's pretty fragile.
Don't say anything to Richard though. Cast it all to me.
Mine is pretty fragile. No, I'm getting better. I'm feeling a lot better.